relationships, shall we? Someone wrote to the advice columnist at the Washington Post after finding out their wife's raunchy new novel is based on her actual life experiences. So here's the question. Would learning new raunchy details about your partner's past, would that bother you?
You're not sure? First of all, oh, you guys are, okay. First of all, Cynthia, you could at least tell us that you're writing a book about your sex life. The very least you could do. Why do we have to fight like this? I thought we were friends, Cynthia. I thought we were friends.
You know, it's funny you say that, though, because Jason often says he'll listen to my podcast and he'll be like, I didn't know this about you, or I'm discovering things about you through that, but I'm not working on this book. But I will say, this guy, this man says, they are happily married, and they have been for 30 years. He loves this woman, okay? She started a blog, she started writing, she started including this stuff. She's written this book that's fictionalized, okay? And now he's worried about the people are gonna be talking about this. To me, isn't the problem with him then?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Like, he was fine.
So you think he's not concerned so much about the details of what she did,
If you've been
but
together
about
for
like
30 years,
telling your kids, like, oh,
your mom's
everything
gonna
mommy
read it,
wrote
your
about.
neighbors are gonna read it, your employer's gonna read it. I think that's the issue.
I'm like, his problem is that she's now too experienced?
I
Is that the problem?
I think that's it. I think that's it.
I would love that problem.
But, okay.
You know what I mean?
All jokes aside, though, there is a difference when we talk about gender, because if this was the husband writing the book, I don't even think we'd be discussing this, but when it's women and our sexuality, we all get like very like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she did that. And it's like, you all are all doing it.
Yes.
And it actually reminds me of a book that came out in 2005 called Confessions of a Video Vixen.
I remember this.
Do you remember this book?
Yes.
This is Stefan Cairns, and she was a video vixen at the time.
I'd read
and she
it.
wrote a book. She was approached by a publisher to write a book about all of her sexual trysts with big names. I'm talking LL Cool J, P. Diddy. Oh, honey, Jay-Z was in that book, everybody. And she was asked by Billboard magazine if she regretted writing the book. And it's like, well, she wrote the book and she was an adult when she had this sex, so why would she regret it? She's like, it's funny, you don't ask the men that question. You just ask me. And I think there's always just like, again, this husband has the right to feel ways because it is his personal sex life, but I think there's a difference. I think if it was flipped, we wouldn't even be talking about it.
Well, and men, I will say, straight men.
Yeah, straight men.
Straight men want a woman who's not experienced, and they want a woman who is experienced, and then you finally find somebody you can never be happy.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what do you want?
Well, you're
know
not
what I
asking.
mean?
I'm not a straight man, so
All I know,
like you asked me that.
if it's at Indigo, I'm buying it.
Okay, done.
I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Or just send them both to Cancun, put them in a honeymoon suite, and let them go through
Let
it.
nature take its course.
I got it.
You know what I mean?
Nature take its
like it.
course. Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.